right. Looking forward to a great Veterans Day ceremony at the Mount Soledad Memorial tomorrow. If you're busy next week, and Tuesday, if you got to work or something like that, you can join us tomorrow at 11 o'clock right there at the top of Mount Soledad, because the Veteran Memorial is honoring the 250th anniversaries of the U.S. Navy and the Marine Corps. Here to tell us more about tomorrow's celebration is Chief Joe Pisano, retired U.S. Navy, and Dr. Chrisanne Gordon, the author of Guarding the Guardians. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is such a unique collaboration between you guys.
It is.
Absolutely.
Tell us about how it came about and tell us what's going on.
Absolutely. So, first and foremost, I want to thank Mount Soledad for inviting me to present an art piece in collaboration with the celebration of 250 years of the Navy and the Marines. So I have this piece called The Guardian. It's made with 2,500 dog tags.
Wow.
Over 6,000 drywall screws and 5,000 bottle caps turned into a poppy field. And so that's a pretty sizable piece. It's 8 by 6.
That's big.
And I couldn't bring it here in the studio, so we brought a little mini version. This is called the Afghan Sunset Battlefield Cross. If you're not familiar with the Battlefield Cross, it's literally when we lose our service members in country, in the battlefield. At home base, we take their boots, inverted rifle, helmet, and then their dog tag. It allows the other comrades to say their last respects before we ship them home.
Wow. And that's very poignant because you have authored a book.
I have, yes. Guarding the Guardians. We're changing the narrative a little bit. Very easy to say, I support veterans or I'm behind veterans, but they're really our guardians. You know, they protect our way of life, our freedoms, our dreams, and it's a collaboration with the FORBES Foundation, which brings together experts in the fields of healthcare, education, and employment, all the things that are needed in order to provide our guardians a future when they leave the military.
Okay, and for your book, Joe, you did the cover, right?
Well, so
Yes.
the cover was created, what I did was I replicated it to a larger scale. So on the backside of the Guardian piece tomorrow, you'll be able to see the big cover. And again, this wouldn't have been able to happen without Mount Soledad, one, having the event, and then two, say, hey, Chief, can you be available to do a display? So
was it the folks at the Mount Soledad Memorial who brought you guys together? Did you know each other before? What?
We've actually started about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it was on a similar mission, and the mission was literally to help save lives, save veterans from suicide.
And that's what the book is about, right?
Well, it's a manuscript that we're actually taking to Washington, D.C. next year. And it's going to be, here's the problem, here's simple solutions, let's do it. And we say we've got lots to fix in 26. I have experts from around the country in all those 3 areas, as well as both the 8th and 9th former VA secretaries have joined us in this book. It's going to be a movement. The movement starts at Mount Soledad, and we cannot thank you enough. We're from Ohio. Chief is from San Diego. We came together for an event 4 years ago, been coming together ever since. Yeah. Things really move when they start in California, so this is kind of the pre-launch to everything.
Yeah. And we've seen, I mean, Joe, your art pieces have been all over town, and so every time it's so unique. Everyone's different, it seems.
Well, I do have a vision for Mount Soledad too, and I'm hoping that I can have an even stronger dialogue. I want to replicate this cross out of dog tags and bring it around the nation so that people around the nation can know that there is a memorial in San Diego and help just promote it, and funding obviously because it's a nonprofit, but just bring it in a spotlight in a different way. And I'm excited about doing artwork, so that's what I do. Like I'm driving around and I literally think of all these different things. Next year being the 250-year birth of our nation, I plan on replicating the Statue of Liberty.
Wow. I love your Mount Soledad idea. We got to talk to them about that tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to, you know, they say run it up a flagpole and see who salutes. You're going to have a lot of salutes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so tomorrow,
yes.
11 a.m., top of Mount Soledad at the National Veterans Memorial. I will be the MC of the event, and I'm honored to do that, and appreciate him asking me. And it's gonna be interesting with the government shutdown. Let me put it that way. But it's free. Just show up. 11 o'clock is when we start. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. Yes, thanks.